family medicine physician. I specialize in wellness and weight loss, and we own a private practice here in Las Vegas called Inspire Primary Care. I'm about to be joined by one of my girls, Dr. J. Let her in. And as you join, where are you joining from? And drop any of your questions you have about hormones below. Dr. J.
Hello.
Hey, sis. We have done this before, and we know about a different topic, but we're back again together to talk this time about hormones. I'm so excited.
All the hormones, okay? Like when y'all say, I need my hormones checked, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it today.
I'm so excited. It's literally one outside of I'm fatigued, I'm gaining weight, I need my hormones checked, or do I need my hormones checked, is one of the most commonly asked questions here at Inspire Primary Care. And I tell people all the time, if it's something I'm an expert in, I got you. Like if you need to lose weight, I've got you. Our medical weight loss program is amazing. If you need that primary care in check, looking at the diabetes, chronic disease reversal and prevention, I got you. That's what I specialize in. But when they start asking me about hormones, I'm like, you know what? I have some amazing OB-GYN colleagues that specialize in that, and I send you to them because that's just not my area of expertise. Now, I could get additional training in it, but I really love obesity medicine and weight loss, and I like to stay in my lane. So that is where you come in the She Inspires community. For those who are joining that do not know, we have a private community called the She Inspires Community. It's the #1 space for women balancing business and wellness together in community, and it's our own app. You just click the link in bio to join the She Inspires community. But in the community, I ask the ladies, like, what do you want to learn about? Are there any things you want to learn about? The things I'm an expert in, I'll do workshops in there about. The things I'm not an expert in, I will tag a friend, okay, phone a friend, and get them in the community to do a masterclass, or ask if they'll join the community to do a masterclass to share information on their area of expertise. And one of the questions that was overwhelmingly requested within the She Inspires community is, Dr. Jade, I want to learn more about hormones. Y'all drop where y'all are joining from. Drop any questions you have about hormones. We will answer them in the community. We're going live in the She Inspires community in 15 minutes about all things hormones. I've already got Dr. J's slides. They are insane. They're amazing. She's giving y'all a full masterclass that should be worth hundreds of thousands, honestly, for free. And so all you have to do is tap into the community, click the link in bio to join the She Inspires community and join us live within the community to talk all things hormones. Okay, Dr. J, sis, tell them who you are. I just jumped right in. We're sisters, so I'm like, I'm just jumping right in. But for those who are not familiar, tell them who you are.
So I am Dr. Jaylene Sims. I am a board certified obstetrician and gynecologist. I work with Jackson Hines Comprehensive Health Center as one of the general OBGYNs there in Jackson, Mississippi. So if you're in Jackson, Mississippi, come see me. And then, of course, I also work with our state Department of Health as a maternal health consultant. I have so many hats. They're all there. But today I am all things board certified OBGYN so that I can help you learn about these hormones.
Yes. And we have someone in the chat who is familiar with how incredible you are. Chaz Dadal says, Dr. Sims, we love you.
Oh,
so amazing. So Dr. Sims, do you like Dr. Sims or Dr. J? Because I know you go by Dr. J on socials, but what do you prefer?
Dr. J is fine.
Okay, cool. All right, so Dr. J, I'm just looking at the agenda for the course, for the masterclass we're going to be going into, and I see we're going to be talking about menopause, which my ladies be wanting to know about menopause. My goodness. We're going to review what the hormones are and the different hormones that they should know about, because when they say, do I need my hormones checked? We have to realize there are so many hormones in the body, and not all of them are related to metabolism, and not all of them are related to your fatigue and your hot flashes and your vaginal atrophy, right? So we're going to clarify which hormones you actually are referring to, what they do, and then we're going to go from there, right? And so you're going to also talk about hot flashes. If I had $1 for every hot flash question I got, I wouldn't even need this practice. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
So women have a lot of questions about hot flashes and how to prevent them and what do I do to treat them and do I need a prescription? And then I'm so excited that you're going to be talking about hormone replacement therapy, because that's the next question. Like, am I a good candidate for hormone replacement therapy, and who should I see? And do I need oral hormone replacement therapy? Are there other kinds? Is it safe? Like, we're going to go over all of this. How do I balance my hormones? I see you have a slide on here about balancing hormones. So I'm excited, and I'm going to be asking you some questions from the primary care perspective. We're going to open it up for Q&A and actually answer the She Inspires members' questions live, in addition to what you've already prepared. We got submitted quite a few questions from the community, and so I submitted those to you before as well, and we're going to go into those. Anything you feel like high level women should know when it comes to, do I need my hormones checked, or all things hormones?
You know what? When I get asked that question, my main question back to them is, what are you experiencing? Because that's such a broad question. I need my hormones checked, or girl, I need my hormones checked. We talk like family in my practice. And so, and then I said, okay, so tell me your symptoms that you're having, because they can be all the way from decreased sexual desire to, oh, it's painful with intercourse. It can be from, oh, I'm just having hot flashes, or I'm getting on my husband's nerves. He said I need my hormones checked. It can be so many things. And so I think that when you go to your provider to talk about the hormones, you should actually tell them what symptoms you're having so that they can better personalize a plan for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do the same thing. I'm like, we're not just gonna run a full panel. You know, there's lots of practices.
Expensive.
Right.
And then you don't get no answers.
Exactly. And so I asked them, I'll be like, I know Dr. Google told you that we need to run this whole gamut of tests, but let's talk about what we're actually looking for. And I start with the symptoms too. What symptoms are you having? We don't necessarily need to jump to a specialist. We don't necessarily need to jump to invasive testing. Let's actually talk about the symptoms and then actually think about what lab tests we're doing, because when we get those results, you can go fishing for something, get a slightly abnormal result, and now you're going down a rabbit hole or buying all these products that you didn't even need to buy in the first place, right. Because it may just be your normal. And so
slightly abnormal labs are just that, slightly abnormal.
Exactly.
Sometimes we don't even, it don't even bother us.
Exactly. And then here's another thing is, what do you want to do about those labs, right? And so I'll have patients that are like, I don't do medication. I don't do none of this, but let's test all my hormones. And I'm like, well, sis, why? Like, why are we going to test all these things? And you don't want no pills anyway. Exactly. So, it's so important to know what we would do if they were abnormal, and if you were a good candidate for hormone replacement therapy, for example, having that in mind before we start just running tests.
Yeah. Another thing to think about is that a lot of times when people are going through menopause, we know what it is. So we don't have to do any tests. We just go ahead and treat if they're good candidates. And we, tailor a program to them. We know how physiology works. Like if you're in, above 40, or you're around in your 50s and you're having hot flashes and you're having all these symptoms, then we know, okay, well, sounds like you're going through the change. Let's help you out. And so we don't have to do all the testing. It just runs up the cost of healthcare, and it doesn't give you any support for what your plan is going to be.
Exactly. And so that's another really, really good thing for people to realize, is that this is normal. Like, I think there's this whole, just fear of aging and fear of the things that come with aging. And it's like, oh, I think I may be perimenopausal, and I'm like, okay, that's all right. And then, oh, I haven't had a period. I'm like, okay, has it been 12 months? Okay. All right, perfect. Like, we don't have to test. But if you're having symptoms that are debilitating and impacting quality of life, then okay, then let's discuss further, right?
Now, some of this, I will mention, so I did say you don't necessarily need testing, but if you are childbearing age and you are wanting to have a child and you're missing periods, that's a good opportunity to start testing. And that's why I say always just say exactly what it is that you're experiencing and what your goals are, because there's a time to test and a time not to test.
Yes. That is so good. And I think that's really the challenging thing about, and the blessing, it comes with blessings and curses, that we have, you know, so much information at our fingertips. Mm-hmm. And we have physicians on the gram, you know, and on TikTok that are sharing great information. However, when information is shared, it is generalized, right? It's not personalized to you as the individual. So when we're getting this information either from Google or either from these sources that are providing value, it still doesn't replace talking to your individual physician, right? And so that's really what I try to emphasize. I be like, I can't come for the doctors on the gram because I'm one of them, right? However, I'm always saying, like, this is general information. Right. Unless you're an Inspire primary care member, I don't know your labs. I don't have your exam. I don't know your story, your family history, etc. So we still got to get established with a doctor we trust. And if you're in Mississippi, come on, that's Dr. J. All right. Come through. Las Vegas, you already know. I would love to care for you here at Inspire Primary Care. All right, so we've got a few minutes. You guys haven't dropped any questions. Where are you from? And do you have any questions about hormones? Because we are going to be in the She Inspires community in less than 10 minutes, 8 minutes to be exact. If you're wondering, how do you tap into the masterclass we're about to do together in detail, you don't want to miss it, you just click the link in bio at the Dr. Jade MD page and click join the She Inspires community. It'll take you right there to join the community. Once you're in the community, you will just see an events tab. You go to that and you'll see our masterclass right at the top. And you'll see a Zoom link. You just click the Zoom link, okay? And it'll take you right in with us to go in on all things hormones. Now, and we'll be doing that live. If you have any questions, we'll be answering those live in the community. And the other thing I want you to know is, if you're watching the playback of this, or if you're like, hey, I gotta work, it's midday, then it will be recorded. We'll be recording it and it'll be saved to the courses section within the community for playback. So if you're a She Inspires community member that's watching this, tap into the community. We know that we can access it from our desktop or from our app. And we'll grab your pen, grab your wellness notebook, and we're about to go in, okay? I'm scrolling the chat. We've got a few more minutes before we jump into the She Inspires community. Ladies, that's our exclusive space for women balancing business and wellness together. I'm saying hello to everybody joining. I see Madelle by Dr. Vanessa says that she is Dr. Sheer. Okay, I shouldn't say she, but they are Dr. Vanessa at LA County. All right, I don't want to assume it's all women on here. All right, and so Perfusion ILC says, do you recommend natural supplements for menopause and hot flashes? That's a great question. I'm going to tell you to tap into the She Inspires community, because we have a whole section on that. I'm looking at your slides. You have a whole section, Dr. J, on natural supplements, prescription options, non-prescription options, menopause, hot flashes. You've got whole sections on that. So definitely Perfusion. Infusion, click the link in bio and tap into the She Inspires community, because we're going in on that. She's got whole sections on that. Dr. J, you ready?
Yes, it's going down.
All right. So ladies, now's the time. Tap into the She Inspires community. Go to my link in bio at the Dr. Jade MD page. Click join the She Inspires community, because we're about to talk all things hormones right there. We're going to answer all your questions. And I mean, what else can we do? Y'all want to know about hormones? We're here to provide the answers. All right, evidence-based. 2 MDs for the price of 1. We got y'all. You ready?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do it.
I'll meet you on Zoom in the community. Bye, y'all.